Hello, it's me again, Marshall. Okay, I promised you that I would show you how I'm going to clean up my network because it's a hot mess. And what I've managed to do is get started without recording anything. And now I'm using a different camera. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to record this. So maybe this is best. Alright. Well, either way, what I've got is I've got a wireless router. I also have a primary network switch that is a Cisco Meraki switch that I use as a managed network. I also have another switch hung off the network for a lot of the distributed systems I have in here. That I've one of the switches on one of my mining rigs, but not anymore. Mining isn't worth it right now. So what I've got here, and let me flip this camera around, is this is my network, my WAP. This used to be mounted up here, the other way around, of course, like this. And that's what was used for the entire house right here. But since I'm rearranging things, I'm just going to leave it there. My firewall is a nice Dell R210. I hide back behind everything, and it stays very nice and cool. That's my Meraki switch. And then over here, behind my gaming systems, I've got another Netgear switch. It's actually a really nice one. It's a 1 gigger and wholesome, but and then I do have some other switches, but there we go. That's pretty much all the switching I've got, other than one more switch that I may have to use because I want to pull out the Meraki, because the Meraki, in case you didn't know, is a web managed switch. So it has no interface. You can't IP into it and configure the interfaces. You actually have to go to the Cisco's Meraki website and configure the interface out there, which I don't like much. Plus, there's only a 3-year free subscription with that Meraki switch, and I've had it for about 2 years now, so I want to get off of it. And now that I have that Netgear switch, I should be able to, because that Netgear is a 1 gig pass-through, and I can configure the Netgear through a web interface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the crap out. The web access point was on a different network that transferred all traffic over to the operational network to head out outbound, because I don't have 3 NIC interfaces on the firewall, which I needed to have in order to run the WAP directly to the firewall. I could run logical, but it's just too much of a pain in the ass, so I just did that stepped method. But I started having performance issues with the wireless network, so in an attempt to fix that, I'm going to go ahead and flatten it all out, make it all the same subnet, same IP ranges, and then lock it down a little bit and make it so it's only MAC address allowed. So I have to specifically assign or allow MAC address in. But I will show you some drawings here soon. I've got the finished drawing. I should have a previous rendition of the way I had it set up originally. I just may have to cleanse it and share it with you. But we'll get to that in a little bit. And once I'm done, I'll show you how I hooked everything up and cleaned it up, because it looks really trashy now too. I've got all the wires everywhere and it just looks really bad. But wanted to share it just in case any of y'all are into this kind of stuff. But